like flexing and yelling, I like being strong. I know I've seen the Transifex writing style somewhere before. Did he really? Huh. That's so interesting. I never would have. I guess it kind of makes sense. It is mathy, but it is strong. I think people don't really like casting it, I guess, so it's got the usual charms issue, but it's not too bad, honestly, because it's like the nice thing about it is you stop using it. If you're kind of smart, you just sort of stop using it at some point because it doesn't do too much. I mean, technically you want to use it for quite a bit longer, but it stops being terribly impressive. I've seen people overuse that spell, like casting it way later than what would actually be relevant. And I think they're just, it's one of those things where like, oh, but I've got the Shroud. But the Shroud does not. So for anybody who doesn't know, yeah, it's this entry. Right, yeah. Yep, and I can see how he did it. He also fixed up swiftness to make it a net even movement benefit. Before, swiftness just used to boost your movement, and when it expired, you know, that was it. And he changed it to make it give you minus swift, so that as far as movement is concerned, you broke dead even for, you know, it. The duration of minus swift is a little bit longer than the duration of the swift, and the minus swift, I don't know how the speeds are balanced, but I think he balanced it out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure when it becomes useless. Like, it's still good in layer. I kind of stopped using it maybe some point in layer, I guess. It's probably still good, obviously, in some situations. Like, you're still fighting things kind of like ogres, but I guess I get strong enough that it doesn't feel like it's going to make the most difference. But it's certainly true if you're fighting a bunch of enemies in a row, it actually would still be good. Stuff like that with AF attacks, that's probably true. I mean, I have to imagine the cutoff for it, though, is like... The cutoff for the damage is fairly low. Oops. It's amazing on centaurs. Well, it's true, I guess. It is good for centaurs, but I especially like it on normal speed species because it allows you to run away from stuff. I use it on many characters. Ring of Attention. Anything else? Oh yeah, one of these spears. Some reach action going on if I for some reason want that. Any sling? Looks like I picked up some tomahawks. First identify, of course. Oh yeah, it'd be good on a frog for sure. Obviously you have hop, and that's often going to be a thing that you'll use, but the thing that Swift you can do is you can cancel the minus Swift and then recast it. Everybody was talking about the silly Yara secret tech of like casting Yara on yourself to dispel minus Swift so that you can run. I think that was it, wasn't it? Yep, potions of cancel. Yeah, people underutilize those potions. It's a potion that you kind of have to like have a little bit more experience under your belt to, because it cancels a surprising number of things. It even cancels corrosion, which is obviously not the best use for it, but Well, we're gonna go back up for sure. Now, where was that? That was way on the other side of the map. That's good. So Buckler. That's a nice find. With what is Buckler? Buckler probably doesn't do too much to our. No, it does not. So we're gonna put on the Buckler right now and enjoy that 4SH. No real weapons. Oh, there's a flail. Should probably go get that. I'm just going to exclude that one so I don't make that mistake. Oh, thank you for the follow, Slarka. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce that. Thank you. Never have enough cancels. I feel like I always end up with extra ones. So I usually end up with underutilizing them a bit, perhaps. It's easy to forget, and there's so many different things you can use in this game. Mr. Adder. Okay, we are probably closing in on some of those orcs. I have enough HP to eat a couple of... I can eat some smites. Oh, thank you, Reese. Wow, following me just now. He was waiting. He was evaluating all this time. I don't know if I like this content. And then I said, you know what? Rue is alright, and then you instant follow. But I was lying, Reese. I don't worship Rue very much. Pieces of smite for breakfast. Scarf of repulsion. Hello. I'm gonna pull this guy back into a corridor. And I don't want to fight that guy while invisible. Oh. He had a couple things. So we're gonna run into... Oh, Chabados. First I thought that was Oka, but that most certainly was not. These guys are a little tough, so I elected to use one of my tomahawks. I don't think we're going to be going Che this game. Shocking, I know, but it's not going to happen this game. Get wrecked, son. I teleported you. Teleport other. I wanted the wand first. Those things are still something I want to be... Well, now I'd have to get like a hand... Well, I just don't have much skill, honestly. It would be pretty bad. Throwing is probably the one for me. Ooh, Gadget Boutique. I like it. Oh no, there was an item, but it got picked up. Okay, that's... You know, you would. You would do that. Or just burn some paralysis charges. So I like the idea of tanking strength. Oh wow. That, I wonder if that was that Wanda Poly was that item. Could have ended a little bit badly. Oh man. Why'd there have to be another one? It's having such a nice time. And we're not very close to anything. This is just sort of too much stuff. Aha. Oh, damn it. Well, that was we can run back. Not a big deal. Oh, it looks like we already lost him. It's that stealth. Auto pickup, please. Yeah, throwing is definitely better. I'm sort of picking up this stuff in anticipation that I might use, but of course the only issue is I don't as of yet have anything to throw with other than stones to speak of, just some tomahawks. What if you poly this guy? Huh. Well, in some ways that's better, in some ways that's worse. Down he goes. Yep. Yeah, once he starts getting that roll of dungeon items in, it's going to be all over for those monsters. Can we finally get to this shop? What do we got? Wand of Digging. Lightning Rod is always an excellent evocable. Lamp of Fire is also useful. File will be useful. It will get decent strength, and Phantom Mirrors I might pick up at some point. So nearly all these items useful. Arguably, I have even seen, I'll tell you, I've even seen a prominent player in one of my very own vaults evoking a crystal ball of energy as a Gnoll and then defeating my vault. It has happened. I've watched it happen in real time. So it is possible that I would even a crystal ball of energy. It's sort of like very end game because you have to have like, you know, 16, but I probably wouldn't use that. Yeah, misc items. Misc items indeed. Sound of rushing water. Okay, I've had a bad thing on streaks of getting myself almost killed by rushing for sewers in particular. Yeah, they don't know because they don't see it on YouTube. Basically capped on evocations. You don't need to wait that long to use it. That shop has nothing but useful items. I mean, you could say that. It's pretty good to get an Evo shop early. Unfortunately, I literally did not buy anything from it. Yeah, I didn't have the They're expensive items. There were no wands, which would have actually been kind of helpful, but we do have 13 para charges. All right, so okay, yeah, that's why I read this on the stairs so I could go back up because it turned out to be teleport. Hello. Um, this guy, I don't really want to. I might be fine, but I don't have any resist, so it's worth eating a charge for it. Now I don't know how. Yeesh. Should be okay just whacking this guy. Very distant, so this one's far. We've already had some. Alright, but I'm not going to go crazy with rushing this like I have been. I almost lost a centaur of all things. Rushing after a sewer. And I got the worst one, which is the worst one is the one that's like this maze, this metal maze. It might be stone, but I think it's metal, and it's got just tons of worms in it. It's awful. And I got that one, and there were all these worms wandering out of it all across the level, and I came very close to dying because I was just rushing to get to it. And I'm kind of running into relatively nasty monsters. Okay, where? Brisk. We may not make. Jeez. What? Let's try another stairs. Because I have a feeling that we. Oh, that's not so great. Hang on, what else is around here? Distant. Okay, distant means relatively close. Okay, this might be it. I want to kill this guy without taking... That's not really what I wanted to see. Ugh. This guy's just You know what? I know what I should do with him. I should teleport him. You know, could you, like, thank you. Jeez. This guy. Is this it? No, okay. General store. We're not gonna go crazy, though. Cloak. Quick rusting. It's distant. This is not great. Everything is a corridor. Oh, yeah, this is not a co-op. Oh, my God. It's like the worst. I keep getting... That's what makes... Okay. Nearby. Come on, don't miscast. My way. Alright. Alright, so we made it. Oh, this one's pretty easy, I think. Now, you gotta watch out because there's some nasty stuff in here. And I burned a lot of... Almost stupidly, I burned a lot of paralysis charges on some nonsense. I should have used Teleport Other on that Sky Beast rather than wasting paralysis. He just decided he was going to resist everything, of course. There's not a lot I can do about that. Sometimes it just happens. So this is a really tiny one. Yeah, there's one with like a nerfed... Well, they're called avatars. They used to be called just sirens, but... Really? Don't fight in water, like I tried to do right there. Yeah, so this one's just got a few, like... lateral kind of sections running on and a couple... Boy. Once again, I keep telling myself I'm going to find out, can I use Gel's Gravitas for anything? And I feel like I have not changed... Here we go. I'm not going to read ID any of these because it's possible that one is magic map and I don't particularly want to waste it. So this one's pretty... Oh, 4 skulls, huh? His character's items are a little bit depressing. I do agree. He's doing fine. I mean, the spells that you start with are kind of depressing. I still have not found any fancy weapon. So yeah, he's a little on the light side. Eventually, once we buy Lightning Rod, that'll be really nice. I think that's going to be the next one, because that is just such a good item. I will even well, I'm not going to get too much help from Evo, but I'll get some. So yeah, we're stuck with fairly mediocre spells. I did pick up glowing leather armor, which I don't know why I'm not wearing that right now. Of course. Never mind. That cloak is kind of better. There are early centaurs to worry about. This is flavorful. You're fighting in the cave. You know, I said to myself, you know what, I should try to win this character in like 6 hours. And every time I try to do that and play on a streak, I realize that's not easy to do. If you really want to stay on your streak. I think there is a general store that I have not explored yet. All right, so that was this. This one's really easy. There's some grates here, but I don't think they lead anywhere, even if you have digging. I seem to recall, are they stone? Yeah, you can dig, but I don't think they actually lead anywhere. These are items of 4.1 character inside. I told myself if I make it to 1K followers, which I'm just over 700. I reached 700 recently, so we still have a ways to go, and I have been streaming only like once a week at best, so it may take a while. But if I get up, eventually I probably will get back to streaming twice a week, and I might hit that sooner rather than later. But 1K followers, that's when the 4.1. I'm committed. I have to be strong and say to myself, at that point I must. There's another wand of digging. Now we got some two-handed melee options. Gnoll, thank you for the follow. .1 character in layer. I feel that would be cheating. Quarterstaff. I guess I'm looking maybe to get another nice mace if possible. Stones. I will probably go ahead and buy this. So nothing too amazing in this shop. Sphere. There's our magic map. Not a whole lot of stuff left to magic map. Fog. Let's see about some of these potions. That's good. Alright. I have something else. What about this? Oh, thank you for the follow, Rushlove. I don't see any of these people showing up in chat. I've heard that there are like bots that have been following, kind of. Oh, here's our pal. I don't know I ever feel like fighting this guy. He's sort of a pain. I definitely don't feel like wasting paralysis charges. I don't even feel like wasting polymorph charges on him, to be perfectly honest. You're not a bot. Rushlove is not a bot. That's cool. Welcome, Rushlove. Yeah, I'd heard about that, where there was just a stream of people getting all these follows from, and they were these strange names and they never chatted. But glad to know that you're not a bot. Haha. Gotcha. Okay, here we go. Magical power. That would be nice if I had a need for using a lot of MP, but okay, well, this guy. Oh, don't. I'm just recasting this if it falls. Alright. There you are. And now you are gone. So that's one of the... You know what? You didn't... Why did you come back? Why did you come back? Ooh. Just a little bit. We'll take some other stairs here. I will. Now these guys, they hit a little bit hard. We may have to be careful about this. There we go. I just used one of those to kind of give myself an edge. Now I don't have a lot, obviously. Hopefully we'll actually, you know, find a god soon. It's already D5, and we have seen exactly one altar. This character really needs to like start breaking into some really good stuff, in my opinion. Like, he hasn't had it that bad, to be perfectly honest, but he also hasn't had it that great. I mean, he's a Gnoll, so I really shouldn't complain too much. Some needles. There's the... Wow, all 3 stairs clustered. Okay, here's a wand. That's a good one. Disintegrate is close range. It checks MR, but monsters have bad MR. And it does really good damage, so that's very nice. That's just what a bot would be programmed to say. They're getting smarter and smarter. Soon we won't be able to tell the difference between actual Twitch chatters, humans, and bots. And we won't care. We'll be perfectly happy chatting with bots. It's the Metroid. Substyly loves this. I know he loves this because when he went on the orb run, he's not here so I can talk about him. He went on the orb run, he was like, Gamafunk, I need to get you, this has to be the most hypest music ever. And I'm like, oh, okay, what's it going to be? And he's like, just wait, just you wait. And he was so excited. And then there was this pause, and he was clicking, and he was typing, and he's like, here we go. Boom. And then he starts playing the escape sequence from Super Metroid. So it was the escape sequence from Super Metroid on loop as he did the orb run. And the funny thing was his orb run was a nightmare of, like, you know, multiple pan lords chasing him down, and he thought he was dead. He ran into an ice fiend and got tormented. He was like, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. And I was like, just calm down, just read a fog scroll. You know, I gave him some pointers, and he did a lot of it himself. He did one thing that was very bad. So I told him about ambrosia, and he quaffed ambrosia, and I don't think he knows that you can hit dot to rest, and he thinks you have to move. So he like ended up fighting this fiend, and then he quaffed ambrosia because he was low on HP, and he was down to like 30 or 40, and he had Trog's Hand Brothers in Arms summons around, and he quaffed ambrosia and started moving. Oh, there's Substyly. He's here. He's in the background. And he started moving, and Substyly, it was telling you, are you sure you want to move around your troll? And the reason why I was telling you that is because if you're confused and you move into any monster, whether it's hostile or allied, if you move into them from confusion, it will hit them. And that would have turned the troll hostile, and it was a berserked iron troll. It might not have been berserked at that point, but it was an iron troll from your summons, and if you had turned it hostile, it very well could have killed you. So you just want to, if you use ambrosia and you want to rest, you can just hit dot to rest. You don't have to move. That's when I was saying don't do that, and you were like, don't do what? But thankfully you did not move into the troll and make it hostile, so it worked out, I guess. We were pros. Rest is for the weak. Oh, there's an accuracy. Nothing good for this Gnoll. You can't have nice things. Okay, we got that